Recently, Chiikawa became one of the most popular kawaii characters in Japan. But why exactly is Chiikawa so loved? And what animal is it? A hamster? A mouse? How did this adorable character rise in popularity so much faster than any other character? So let's start with the basics. Chiikawa is a super timid and shy creature that looks like a mouse with white fur, a round face, and round ears. It stars in the comic series Nanka Chisakute Kawaii-sphere, which was created by a kind of mysterious artist here in Japan, who we'll get into a bit later. Chiikawa is sweet and kind, but a bit of a scaredy cat and tends to cry a lot. Maybe that's why everyone always wants to give Chiikawa a big hug. One of the cutest things about Chiikawa is that it can't really talk. Chiikawa can only make sounds like wah, huh, and ugh, so it can't really speak any language. Don't let that fool you though. Chiikawa is expressive with a fun personality, which we'll talk about in detail a little later. What kind of animal is Chiikawa really? Honestly, no one actually knows for sure since the artist didn't specify. Some fans speculate that Chiikawa is a mouse because of the round white face and tiny ears, but I think this tale says otherwise. Other fans think that Chiikawa might actually be a hamster, which makes sense because hamsters and mice kind of look alike. Personally, my vote is for hamster, but what do you guys think? A hamster, a mouse, or something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I got this pillow at Kittyland. It's really comfy. Let's talk more about Chiikawa's personality. In both the anime and manga series, Chiikawa starts off a bit timid and shy, but with the help of his friends, who, don't worry, we'll meet soon, he grows braver and stronger. Gotta love a good character development. Despite being a scaredy cat, Chiikawa is surprisingly lucky. He has a knack for winning raffles and often gets free things like sukiyaki sets and cookies. And spoiler alert, that's hard to say. Spoiler alert, Chiikawa actually lives in a house that he won from a raffle in a yogurt contest. If only I could win a house in a yogurt raffle. So lucky. So Chiikawa was actually first released as a webcomic on Twitter in 2020. It quickly became an internet sensation, gaining 1.1 million followers right away. But who exactly is Nagano? Well, that's actually a bit of a mystery. The artist actually didn't have any previous works that were famous. They just started creating funny, relatable comics about cute characters and suddenly blew up. Nagano has social media profiles, but they just feature the characters like Chiikawa and don't share any personal info, so we actually don't know too much about the artist. Interesting, right? So after Chiikawa's Twitter success, it actually got its own manga, followed by its own anime from Dogo Kobo Studios. We'll dive more into the anime a bit later, but first, let's talk about the meaning of Chiikawa. So a lot of people have been wondering, is there a meaning behind the name Chiikawa? Well, it's actually an abbreviation of the manga's full name, Nanka Chisakute Kawaii-sphere, which just means something small and cute, which makes sense because Chiikawa and his friends are both cute and small. Chiikawa may be shy, but it has a lot of friends. First up is Hachiware, a cute cat boy who is super curious and can actually speak human language, though sometimes he does mix up his words. Could kind of relate with Japanese. Next up is Usagi, an energetic and mysterious bunny. Mischievous. Usagi doesn't really talk though. Similar to Chiikawa, he has his own set of sounds like wuru and yaha. I don't know if I'm making these sounds correctly. One thing's for sure is that Usagi is the wildest character of the Chiikawa series. Chiikawa also has a bunch of other friends like Momonga the squirrel, who lives on white rice from the Infinite White Rice Springs. Then there's Kurimanju, who looks cute but acts like a middle-aged man. Then there's Rako, who can actually speak language rather than just make sounds. After that is Shisa, a guardian deity from Okinawa who loves food. We'd probably be friends. And we can't forget the pajama party crew, who are great at singing and dancing, and of course, wearing pajamas. There's also human characters, and sorry in advance because these names are a little hard for me to pronounce, but it's Ponchete no Yoroi-san, Rodo no Yoroi-san, and Ramen no Yoroi-san. Speaking of ramen, here's a fun fact. The ramen in the Chiikawa comics actually looked so good that they opened up a real Chiikawa ramen shop here in Tokyo. More on that later. Now that we've learned a bit about Chiikawa and met all of its friends, you're probably starting to wonder, where can I watch the Chiikawa anime? The anime actually aired on TV in Japan, but don't worry if you're not here because you can find the series online. Some of the episodes you can find for free on YouTube, or if you have a Netflix subscription, the whole first season is there. If you're interested in studying Japanese, it might be a good idea to check out the Chiikawa comics because they're written in pretty simple Japanese. So it might be a good study material if you're looking to learn the language. I have seen some fan English translations on Twitter though, so if you can't read Japanese, you might be able to get your Chiikawa manga fix over there. Chiikawa is a massive hit in both Japan and internationally. It's teamed up with popular anime like My Hero Academia for pop-up shops, and even collaborated with Japan's national football team, Samurai Blue, and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks baseball team. I didn't know you were good at sports. This collab is what makes me most excited. Chiikawa has actually collaborated, there I go again being British, with Sanrio, not once, but twice. San's got tons of cute merch featuring Hello Kitty, My Melody, Kagromi, Cinnamon Roll, all hanging out with Chiikawa and the gang. And if you also love Sanrio, I'm making a whole video on all 450 plus Sanrio characters, so make sure not to miss out on that one. Okay, back to collabs. Maybe the coolest one Chiikawa has ever done is with public transportation in Japan. Chiikawa actually has its own trains and buses here with Hanyu Railway. What a cute way to ride. I'm gonna have to go find that train now. I wonder if it's as good as the Hello Kitty Shinkansen. Is it? Chiikawa is so popular in Japan that it's starting to get a lot of pop-ups, including restaurants and cafes. For a limited time in Shibuya Parko, you can enjoy Chiikawa ramen at the Chiikawa Ramen Buta Shop. Recently, we came here to the Chiikawa restaurant by the Gessen Diner Cafe in Ikebukuro. It had the most adorable foods, desserts, and photo spots. The atmosphere in this one was insanely cute too. I just may have to go to this one again. Okay, so by now you're probably hooked on Chiikawa and want to know where you can get some Chiikawa merch, like this, or like my shirt, which is so freaking cool. Check this out. Adorable. In Japan, you can visit Chiikawa Land for cute stationery, plushies, and so much more. I visited the one in Kittyland in Harajuku recently, and it was so adorable, like so adorable. So I got this guy. These days, they're starting to make Chiikawa-fied versions of literally anything. It's like Chiikawa clothes, backpacks, charms. There's literally no shortage of Chiikawa merch. Did you know that you can get Chiikawa as a virtual pet? Bandai released a personal pet game called Chiikawa to Isho, which means together with Chiikawa, where players can feed, pet, and take care of their own Chiikawa character. It's like keeping Chiikawa and his buddies in your pocket. I need to get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna order it on Amazon. Chiikawa to Isho. Oh, and before you head to Chiikawa Land, I should mention that they occasionally have limited edition sales events, in which you need a ticket to enter. And to get this ticket, you have to enter a lottery. Kind of funny because Chiikawa is great at lotteries. Speaking of lotteries, you also need to win a lottery ticket to get a reservation to the Chiikawa restaurant that I mentioned before. Recently, we went and ordered everything on the menu, so if you want to see that, make sure to check out the next video. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Make sure to miss out. Make sure to not miss out.